Hello, my lovelies. Oh, I think something keeps on jumping up. Um, well, I don't like that new music. I don't. They put a new music track on the countdown, and I don't like it at all. It's too boring and bland. Anyway, I've got a special guest with me here. We've got a couple of guests coming on. Got Narrative Destroyer, and we've also got Cumbering Truth Ashley coming on. So here we are. Here's our first special guest. Yeah. What's your name again? Who are you?
Mandy. Hi, Ran.
Oh, hiya, Mandy. I remember you now. I remember you now. But and of course, I've got to actually say to my beautiful mod. Here we go. I've got. Do you know what? I'm just all fingers and thumbs today. I am all fingers and thumbs. This is my beautiful mod, Kelsey. I don't know whether anyone else is seeing it or it's just me seeing it from this side, but everything's being slow. There's like a delay with everything when I try to
You
do it.
keep in and out all the time.
Fading in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of because it's been really weird. It has. It from here where I am, there's a delay all the time happening. I haven't got, let's see. I'm just gonna check something. Oh, wait a minute. My connection is really bad. It's just come up with the connection, and I don't know why, because it's all. Oh, here we go. It's going better now. So it's where's it's here we are. Narrative, Cumbering Truth. It's narrative there. It said he won't be on until 7:30. Anyway, I'm still fading in and out.
No, you're okay at the minute.
Yeah, I think I might have worked out what the problem was. But anyway, let's see. I'm just reading the comments here. So you've had some news anyway. So tell the viewers the good news you've had. Now this is relating to you're having to wait a year for the police officer who took selfies.
Well, I've been waiting over 3 years because they keep adjourning it. So last time it went to court, it was 2 years. Then they should have been in court on the 24th and they adjourned it for another year. So I've kicked off now, haven't I? So CID came today. And what they said to me is that they escalated it up to the CPS, and loads of people have been sending me emails who to say it's a disgrace. It's been nearly 7 years and he still hasn't been to trial. So they're now apparently on side, which I don't believe until I see it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's going to the court next. So I've given them 7 days. I've said, right, you've got 7 days. If I haven't got an answer by then, I said, I'm going to the media. I said, because it's not on. Nearly 7 years. And just because he's a policeman, in my opinion, is the reason why he hasn't been tried yet.
Oh, they do work. It turned out they do work the system because it's annoying the way they carry on. It seems to be so cold, very, very cold the way it carries on. Where, yeah, if you have to say it, if you're an MP that punches someone in the face, you can be put in prison. And then a few days later, immediately, which I've never known it to work that fast, you can be back in court, getting your sentence quashed, let out of prison, you know.
And he's on video, proper beating that fella up, isn't he?
But how did he? But the thing is, how the hell did he get the hearing? And this is what I've said about for years about Merseyside. It happens in every city, though. It's not unique to Merseyside. The MPs have a hell of a lot of control and say over what the police forces do. And I used to get sick of hearing in the Merseyside police, oh, now be careful when this one comes into the station, all that. They've got the ear of the chief constable. Do you know what that's called? Having the ear of the chief constable. Undue influence. In other words, corruption. That's exactly what it is. If you can sway it, if you have a word, and that's what you usually always get. You get, oh, be careful. Make sure you're clicking your heels and all that. Now you say, I'm not clicking my heels for any bloody MP, or I can assure you of that. But that's out use. Give me 10. Tell you what narrative, right? Do you know what, Mandy? It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't think they realize, my significance. I mean, I don't like to boast about my importance, but they don't understand I mean, I'm practically a star, aren't I?
Yes, you are. You're a celebrity.
I may only have a few views, but that's because I only attract people with high taste, high cultural people. You see, people don't usually understand me, but all these viewers now are all high culture, except for Kelsey. She's just there because she hasn't got it into a minute ago. You couldn't go high culture, I'm telling you now, bleed now. But yet, so he comes on doing his fashionably late thing. He says, nobody said, left me a message. I said, I'll do it, starts at 7 o'clock. Oh, I'll be on at 7:30, right? So he's going to be on at 7:30. I swear down, I'm telling you now, God is my witness, right? This is true, Mandy. If I turned around and said I'm starting at 7:30, he'd say I'll be there at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, no. He's
Realize the privilege he has. The privilege. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm telling you now. Why am I blocked on my normal account, Anne? I haven't blocked you. You haven't done anything or said anything to me, Dan, that's upset me, so I haven't blocked you, I can assure you. No, you haven't. I haven't blocked your account. That's 100%. So, right. So that's happening with the case. Now, you had a lot of people, you were saying you got the support of members of the public, didn't you?
Yeah, honestly, I can't thank them enough, to be honest with you. All the emails have gone through. And I said, and every email that I've received and I've forwarded on to you, if you don't sort this court case out, they're going to every paper that I know. I said, and take it from there. Because I've just had enough, and I just need it to end so I can have a bit of peace in my life.
That's it. It's one of those things, sister, you need an ending. And that's why when I said last week about this book that a friend of mine I know who've been helped with, he's releasing. He kept on saying to me, "Oh, you've got to do one. You've got to do one." Oh no, because it hasn't got an ending. And I remember a few years ago, I was supposed to do it, and it came very close to actually doing it, getting this book published. And I drew back at the very last minute. It was ready for publication, not self-published. This one that's going to be published by my friend, that's self-published, but it was going to be published and not self-published, as I say. But I said at the last minute, said it's got no ending. I said there's no ending to it. I said it's just up in the air at the end, and it's still in that position where there's no ending. And I don't think there ever will be an ending, so there's no point doing it.
There might be. You still shouldn't give up on it, Anne.
And I don't think people would be interested now. I mean, you're talking about offence that happened how long ago? Nearly 20 years ago now. Well, over 20 years ago they started. So it's like, no one's going to be interested in the old days. The old days. It was happening, it happened a couple of years ago, maybe. But it just had no ending. And at the time, also, you had the VIP Speedos scandal going on, which just threw everything. And I predicted at the time, and if it was actually included in the book that was going to be published, I had a big discussion on this, how that absolutely was just a disaster waiting to happen. And I predicted, Mandy, I said, this is going to crash. They all started thinking, because the newspapers reporting on VIP Speedos in Parliament, they thought, oh, here we are. We're all going to be listened to now. Oh, we're all going to get what we want now. And I said, no, you're not. I said, they're only doing this because it's high profile people. They're not going to be interested about if you've been abused by your local unknown
Yeah.
councillor or MP. They won't be interested. They said they'll drop it when the sales go down. Exactly what I said happened. But what happened, and I think this needed to happen, was all the big influencers at the time who were driving this. Too long to go into, but okay, narrative. Too long to go into, but all of them, big influence source, are like they controlled the narrative. And honest to God, people were hearing me, yeah, great. And you had to be up their backside if you want to be noticed. And I said, this is going to be wrong. Well, it did go wrong spectacularly. I'll talk about it some other time. It went wrong and they all crashed and I could see it coming. I said, you're all going to fall. And I said that a few months before it happened and they did. And they've gone into obscurity. And if I got one bit of sympathy for them, not one tad. Because these were people who were 100% driving for this. VIPs, sketchy, unproven allegations against high-profile MPs and ministers. And then they turn round. Okay, Craig, put one finger up. Craig, one finger up. Is that a finger? Oh, don't you dare. You let me know when you finish smoking that. Let me finish. You're not coming on with that on here, I can tell you now. Are you, baby? You're not coming on with that. Oh, that sinner. But here we go. Yeah, so where was I up to? It was just it needed to happen. And you know what? I'd like to say for them to learn a lesson, but it will happen again at a future date. And I can tell you now exactly the same thing. But they were willing to allow children who were going through it now to be left to wait, so they could deal with the big ones first. And I thought, oh God, get stuffed, a lot of you. So I have nothing but contempt for many of them. Hello, Craig.
Hello.
Hello,
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
I thought you'd gone missing, man. Aaron.
I know.
Oh, I've been busy. I've been very, very busy. Yeah.
What critiquing Snow Almost White or something, was it?
Don't start. Snow White, yeah. Well, actually, no, the reason why I've been gone, I shouldn't really say this, but I've been given a pass in Wicked 2. I've been given a role in it. Oh, yeah. Wicked Forever, it's called out there. I can't tell you who it is, but I'm still rehearsing my lines, like, oh, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto. So I'm rehearsing my lines, but that's what's keeping me away from doing these lives,
JD will be disappointed. He probably thought it was him run you off.
I know it's right snotty thing on the. Oh yeah, well, so I'm going to see the next one I'm going to be doing. I'm going to see it's a Minecraft movie in IMAX 3D. And
yeah, there's an uproar about who's playing Steve, man. You know what I mean? Because I know about Minecraft and Steve, like a fat, like bald Jew, like long-haired Jew. You know, he's like a little thin kid, like kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's hey, don't you start saying that I'm a bit old for Dorothy. I'm perfect for Dorothy. I am, and they do CGI now, so it's all right. They can manipulate me so I look.
I want to see
anti-ager.
You want to see
what Bibby looks like?
Which?
I want to know what Bibby looks like without that thing on his head.
Bibby,
I always think that about people. What do they look like, man?
I know. You put a face to the name and that, because I like Bibby. He's a nice kid, isn't he?
Yeah,
no, it's kind of clever in a way, though, how to do it, like, because you can take the piss out of everybody then, and then they don't know what you look like, so you can take the piss and, like, you're free, man, from, like, the
you know what, every time, Craig, know what we're hearing?
Check my mic, somebody keeps messing with it, man.
Yeah, but it always happens when you come onto my shows, that, doesn't it? My shows, so get me, my shows, me live. It always goes crackly, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I bet you wouldn't
I would, but I've got a picture in my head what I think you look like.
Sometimes you get a bloody shock, though, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
You hear the voice and you think, "Good God!" When you see the person, you think, "I never thought that
Is
they'd
that
look."
better?
It's what?
Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah.
It's better, but still a bit crackly.
How about now?
No,
No,
it's worse. That's
again,
worse.
Just that one then, yeah?
Yeah,
yeah.
that seems a bit better.
I'll turn the mic down a bit.
Oh
Is that
God, that's
okay?
worse. You've gone with. Do you know what? This happens all the time. I'm banning them.
Hello,
I'm banning them.
hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear all
You
the
spend
ball?
half an hour trying to get through this where me mic, you know. And
Oh, and do you know today I went to an alternative education school, and
Okay then,
no,
you
these are all
weirdo.
no, and the majority of the kids were Romanians, and I got told they may not be respectful towards you because they don't know our culture. Do you know what? I'm so made up with. There was 20 kids in a little classroom, and they never spoke. They were dead respectful. They listened to everything. They watched the videos, and we had a discussion at the end. And do you know what? I was made up with them because I was under the impression, right, it's going to be a kick-off and now, but there wasn't.
was it kids?
Yeah, right. 14, 15, 16 was the oldest.
And they were at school for just for them.
Alternative education. No, not just 3 of them. There's 20 kids in one class.
I get. So, what does alternative education mean?
Do you know, like, when your kids got like ADHD and stuff like that?
Oh,
And
yeah.
Yeah.
and
It used to be called the pupil support unit when I was young.
we call it alternative education up here, but it's as I say, it's I believe in them because when the kids have got the problems that they've got, they're the only ones who really seem to be able to help them, if that makes sense. Because mainstream can't cope with them.
Oh, I know.
They teach them a lot different. They give them a bit of leeway, like to tell them what they think more. It ain't so rigid, is it? So.
They try and change them for what's wrong with them. They allow them to be themselves, which I think is right. But they
I think what
skills as well, don't they?
That's them a psychopath, man. You don't want to be that, man.
I think what it is, it's years ago. Oh God, I'm going back years ago. You know, Nedley Community Theatre, Mandy. Well, I helped start that up or get it together. That place, yeah. And at one point, started that. Then it came back to it a few years later, and they had all these kids, and they were all kids that wouldn't go to school, problem kids. And I thought, oh good God, I thought this is going to be fun, isn't it? Thank God I was just doing the light, and I wasn't doing anything else. And I went in there with this attitude, which, you know, I was saying to myself, having experienced the theatre from a child, I know how hard it is. And I thought, why did they always say, oh, well, we'll give them theatre skills because then they'll be able to express themselves when the most difficult, most frustrating and hardest gig to do is to work in the theatre. It's horrifically difficult to get on, and you can get on. It's staying on because it's up and down like that, whether you'll get employment. But you know what? They shocked me. They totally shocked. These were kids who couldn't concentrate in school, wouldn't do it. The show they put on was amazing because suddenly they had something to aim for. So I was a great believer in it after that. I thought, oh no, that's what it is. It's just that they're not being given.
People put a label on them when they don't actually get to know the kids. I mean, you should child before you form an opinion, really, shouldn't you? I mean, I loved them. I think they're brilliant, but so shocked today because don't get me wrong, I've never had any child, or school, even mainstream, have kids disrespect me, but she warned me today that this could happen. But I tell you what, Anne, I'm so shocked, not one. They were really, they all hugged me at the end.
Well, why did she think that they disrespected?
Listen, it was starting to go like that after, like when I left school. You had certain people that had like thugs on the street, like school kids. You know what I mean? And it's got worse over time since I was I left like in 2001. You know, it's just gone downhill since then.
Well, these kids, I just think that they need support. If that makes sense, Craig. It's like, I agree with alternative education because it helps kids who can't cope with school. And I think kids need to be occupied. They need to have things to do. and that. But today, the teacher was scared because these kids normally carry on willful, all the Romanian ones. So I said to them, I was being, and I was housing officer in the big issue. And they went, what? And I said,
No, I think the internet's had a lot to do with it, though. Because then
And-
kids get to see how the other half live, like in America and that, man. And I think they can, like, duplicate it over here, man.
I know,
Like trying to be in a gang and
but the gang mentality is here, especially in Liverpool, isn't it? And it's just,
yeah.
honestly. But there was one boy in particular, his friend bled out in his arms and he broke, and they should have told me that, really. Because I
It's
would.
what?
His friend got stabbed and he had hold of him. Who'd way Daniel, and he bled out in this 15-year-old boy's arms.
Oh,
He could.
okay.
He was getting upset all the time. That's the only thing. But I said, but you should have told me, because I wouldn't have let you have watched, some of the videos that I've got, and that really made up with it today. I thought, well, I'm shocked because I was expecting a big battle to go on, but it wasn't. It was.
Yeah, it's just that I say it's a different society now, Mandy, from especially when I was younger, because you just had to get on with it as a kid. It wasn't, but again, we didn't have the same.
Riley, man, you want to watch your math, man? I might fucking confiscate them glasses.
Here we are. Stop your language.
Nah, tell him to
Yeah,
shut his
but
mouth.
the thing is, right,
Oh,
you can't, I say, but trying to compare the two time periods is impossible, because in my day, you didn't have the scenes going on in classrooms. Then, if you went home, and it's true, it sounds like a cliche, but it's true, Mandy. If I would have gone home and I'd said to my parents, oh, the teacher told me off, you just get told, well, you must have done something to deserve it. Parents wouldn't get involved.
No, exactly.
They would, and you were a child, and you were under the command of your parents, and you had to do what authority told you to do. So it was different then, but now it's all changed. And I can't imagine being a child, let's say, who will obey when they're told to do something, will behave themselves, when they're in a classroom where you're going to get kids who are just basically what we used to call years ago problem children. Yeah. I couldn't imagine trying to cope in a situation like that as a kid. So it's all, you can't compare the two.
Say like, oh, he's from one of them families, like, then they just write you off, like, it's that kind of thing.
And I hate that, that's awful. That it is wrong, isn't it? You can bring. I brought all 4 of my kids up on my own. I was married when I had my kids, but I brought them up on my own. And to me, that is admirable. And I always, big women up who do that.
Yeah,
the mum and the men do it on their own. Because they're the mum and the dad as well, aren't they?
Which
men who take kids on their own.
But what? That's it. Men do, and they forget that, which is a funny thing. So I'll mention something in that I used to get furious with, and I saw Trisha doing this. Of all people, Trisha Goddard, they had this fella on. And what it was, dads who looked after the children because the female partner left. And I thought, wait a minute, why is this big round of applause? Because a man's bringing up the kids. How many women are expected to just get on with it and don't even get it? Oh, that's good. They're just expected to, but a man does it. And it's like, oh, isn't he a hero?
I agree, man. I agree. It's something that's not should be normal, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's nothing special. Like, that's what you should do, innit, man? If you can,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's it. But do you think, though, there's nothing as well? What do you think about and this was taken up a few years ago in America, I think, that someone can have a condition, let's say like ADHD or autism. How much should we turn around? And the only way that can work around, I can use on this is tolerate certain aspects that are anti-social, because there's a lot of people say,
I know
if you just go, oh yeah, well, they've got autism, and that's why they trash the room, or they've got autism, that's why they're screaming and kicking. Should we
You
actually
know what
say,
you've just and you know what you've just said, because I watched a crime story like in America, and it was about this mother who had a daughter and who had one of them conditions, and her daughter was bigger than her, man, and kept beating her and beating her, and I tried to kill them both, man. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Have you heard of
sis,
it?
I'm sure I have. It sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
It's hard not who to feel sorry for, eh? The kid or the mother at the end of the rope, man, has tried to get the help he needed. Did they get it, man? Has
No,
been beaten by her own daughter every day
Mm.
because of these outbursts.
no
And yeah, tried to end it, man.
Well, I work with parents who are kids are on the street using knives, you know, to try and, because it's not we're not blaming the kids, because I do blame them, but I also, if we're trying to put all this support into this kid, right, and then when he goes home, it all stops.
That's what I mean. Parents can't
Parents
cope.
need to step up as well, you see. So the kids at the moment, especially in our city, are getting a terrible name. So to me, I always promote it. We need to show what's wrong with our kids instead of what's wrong. We need to show the city that, you know, the kids are the future and we need to support them. We do.
I
I
mean,
think the ones that are beating the parents up, man, should be locked away for a bit until they've got over that, man. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I believe that, you know, that be removed away from the parents until such time that they work with both the parent and the child.
Yeah.
Because I think if you keep a child in a hostile environment, it makes them that way, doesn't it?
yeah. I think what is some kids are have got such severe conditions that no matter what you do, you're not going to. But some kids, it's not as severe as they make out, like ADHD or something like that, and you can get it under control. And autism isn't a thing that you can't get under control.
Twins, Daniel and Annie, both ADHD. She's ASD, he was Asperger's. But I won't have that as an excuse. I'm sorry if you do wrong. It's not an excuse.
Do you think it's possible to have an evil kid?
No.
Like not from the age like when they're born. I mean, like say from when they've been to school a bit, about 8, 9. Do you think it's possible? I do, man.
Well, evil is it's an emotive word, isn't it? What is evil?
Or a psychopath, then I'll put it psychopathic child.
Oh God, you don't have a psychopathic child.
If something traumatic has happened to the kids to turn them that way, but I also think, well, or if they been
even if they are though, man, like if they don't cry when animals die and stuff like that, man.
No, well, that's narcissistic tendencies, then, isn't it?
No, it's what you've got to think about. What you've got to think about psychopaths is, when you hear these programs about psychopaths, now it's the brain that's wired to actually make them psychopaths. It's not that they've got but when you look at it, right, this is what I can't get. They all have a background, which when you look at it, something was going on in their family that twisted them. And you think, so what came first, them being a psychopath, or that the brain was wired by the experiences they were having? Yeah. It's like if you get a child that's brought up in I can use an example of this. One of my neighbours years ago, her son used to know a Somali lad and go to school with him. And I remember she said, he's just come back here, son. The son was only about 14. She said, do you want to? She said, Mum, he said, you wouldn't believe what he talks about, what he's seen in Somalia. Yeah. He said, happening. And he said, he just talks about it as if it's nothing.
Because it's normal for them, that's why.
And that's it. So it's what situation a child's brought up in could make them turn into a psychopath. But when they're born that way, Craig,
it goes one way or the other, man. Either it makes them strong and be normal, or it F's you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Medically, they reckon that no one is born that way. They're made that way. But I don't know. I really don't know. But I just think that
could it be genetic, man? It could be genetic.
These kids haven't got no conscience, and they think they know it all now. And it's like, you think the gangster and they're not. So unless we
We go
live.
back to the internet, don't we? Because they see all over the world, like Mexico and different things. And I swear to God, this is what the problem is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's what it is.
social
It's
media.
the internet's a good thing, but it's got to
When,
answer for a lot, man. Like with the paedophilic nature as well. Like there's a
Watch
bad
your words,
side,
man.
man.
Watch your words.
when we were kids, we would play out and no harm would come to us. Do you remember, Anne, when we were younger? And like you just
Yeah.
play, wouldn't you? These kids don't know how to play. They just sit in front of the phone and the computers constantly. They've got no social skills or
But
any.
the parents do the same thing. You know what gets me is the way I can't fathom the effect it has on kids. Well, I can't work out the effect it has. But again, I'm talking about an age. I was a child at that age when the world was just ready to turn.
Yeah.
The 70s was when the world started changing completely. But before then, the 70s was close enough to the traditional way of life and was still holding on. But you didn't see your parents. You didn't hear about drugs then. The worst thing that you ever heard of was glue sniff, and that was it.
Yeah.
But your parents certainly didn't sit there, smoking drugs or anything. But at the same time, there were a hell of a lot of alcoholic parents, a hell of a lot.
Yeah, that's
And
what, like, yeah.
I hate to think how many children were abused as well,
I don't know.
because you couldn't talk about it then.
No, you could.
You daren't talk about it then.
What goes on behind closed doors, stay behind closed doors. That's how we were brought up anyway. You don't just.
I
Yeah.
lost my dad at 5, right? So you imagine like how that affected my mum, man. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? He used to like drink a lot, and I had to look after her at a young age, man, quite a bit. You know what I mean? Like, so I'll get that, man. Man.
It's because it does have an effect on you, especially when a child
does.
the parents, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like getting into that on here like normally, but yeah, man. Like I've had like I had a good like my mum's always looked after me, but I've gone through situations that I shouldn't have. You know what I mean? Being
I
in
didn't
at
get
that
the
age.
chance, but I used to always think, man, right? I used to think, oh, I had a difficult. I was put into something without having any choice when I was 5. That was my future, and at first it was all right, but then when you start getting to 12, 13, you realize, Jesus, this is really hard work, and it's going to be tough on me. It's going to be very tough. Now you think, oh God, I didn't have a childhood. I didn't have chance to do what I wanted to do. Was just continuously on this drive to be this dancer and all this business. But then when I look back, I think to myself, but yeah, I had my parents were my parents.
Yeah.
And I always knew I could go to my parents if anything serious happened.
Yeah, same with me. Even though like I went through that, like
But they weren't my friend, and I still say today, I hate it when I hear parents saying about the young kids, it's not like she's my daughter, it's not my fish, she's my friend. No, she's not your friend. You're her parent.
Correct.
She's not your friend.
Well,
I don't like that at
be
all.
both, man. It's good to be both, though.
No.
I've
brought 4 up, right? My eldest daughter is 36 now. And honestly, being a friend with your kids doesn't work.
It doesn't.
Take the piss, the way out of you. So it's you can't be.
It's hard not to be like a friend with my son because it's like playing computer games stuff like that. You know what I mean? I do the same stuff as he does, so that's going to look like carry on.
Yeah, but the thing is, Craig, if you know the mother, of your son.
Yeah.
Is she like the one that will say these are the rules and that's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if I lay the rules down, he'll listen to me.
Yeah.
As long as you're laying rules down, you can play. Of course, you can play with kids. You can do all that. You can.
You got to
be like that. But I think what is you've always got to be aware. Well, this is my view that you're an example to them. So you do everything as an example to them. You speak in a way that you want them to, because this is what worries me as well. And I'm saying this from the child's point of view. I don't know how many, and I only realized this coming on to social media, how many adults, the way they're acting on, YouTube, if they're acting like that in front of the children, they are closing the doors of opportunity to those children, because those children will pick up those crude, vulgar ways, those horrible ways and selfish
That's
ways.
why I
of
don't go
being-
on lives when he's here, man. You know what I mean?
But what
Very
I'm saying
good,
is,
It's just
what I'm saying, Mandy, is that say that child ends up that they want to go into an area of work where it's still for elites or it's elitist. Now, when I mean elitist, I don't mean upper class. You can be working class and get into an elitist job or business.
Oh.
They haven't got the skills, and they will be shunned if they come in and start going, "Oh yeah, you know, no." You're judged, and it's unfair, but you're judged by the way you present yourself, the way you talk, and if you're like this and dead common, they're just going to slam the door in that kid's face, and that's why I say it's no for shame. Should have the children prepared that if they want to go for it and they want to aim high, they're going to be able to aim high and get into that business.
yeah, it's
And that's it. That's the way I see it anyway.
yeah, it's right. Kids are the future. We need them.
Lad's an artist, man. He can draw anything. Like he can draw Cristiano Ronaldo, man. It looks brilliant, man. I tell you. He's only 10, man.
Go on, you need to really push him then, you know, because he could be
I
like,
do, man. I'll get him all the supplies and stuff he needs, like.
oh, great. Oh, you'll have to show us some of his style of anything like that.
Oh, are you
Yeah.
LB Prime Fighter? Oh, Safe Class. Just going to give a few shout outs here because it didn't last time, did I? Anyway. Are you, Jack? Baby, I wonder if Bibby's still here. Bibby will have to come on sometime as long as he controls that filthy mouth of his. He likes his naughty words, doesn't he? He likes
Is he a
his naughty
swearer?
words.
I don't know.
Oh, is he a swearer? Every second word is a curse word. I'm telling you. But anyway, so what have you been up to, Craig? And
Yeah.
keep it clean. Keep it clean.
What do you think about Sheriff's views on addiction? If you've watched them, if you ain't watched it, man.
I seen a video where he was saying, you know, people, you know, they go into it. But again, I like Sheriff. I've never found anything. I mean, yeah, he can say a few things. What he said about, you know, you was absolutely horrible.
Yeah. And I'll give him a pass, man.
And
he comes back and does this.
That's the past, though. But I always say about, because I worked with drug users. This is it. I worked with before joining the police. I worked with the drug use on treatment and testing orders with the probation service. Now, I learned there very quickly that you've got to take a lot of things into consideration. One, I don't know why anyone would want to make themselves addicted to alcohol, to drugs, or anything. I don't know why they'd want to. The fact is, and I always use this saying, there but for the grace of God go I. I was lucky I wasn't surrounded by it like that. As I say, the worst thing that you ever heard about when I was a kid was glue sniffing. That was the worst thing. You didn't get drugs. But when you talk to people who have a background in drugs, you'll always hear that they were surrounded by it. They saw the parents smoking dope openly. And this is why I say when people say, oh, a bit of grass, a bit of dope isn't harmless. No, it is, and it can be. And also, if kids are seeing this as being normal, then and also it's, even if you're not a parent that doesn't do that, when your kids are out in the world, because you can't keep them locked in rooms, can you? So they can't be influenced by the outside world. It's what the peers are doing.
Yeah.
So the sheriff was saying, basically, you just wake up one day and think, oh, I'm going to become an heroin addict. Like, it don't work like that. You know what I mean? There's such a thing as peer pressure, man. You know what I mean? It could just be around your area. Everybody's like taking ease, going out clubbing. This was my story. And then it started, people was taking crack when they got home from the club.
But
you know what I mean? And then...
Go on, Mandy.
And the section of what addiction is. I mean, I've worked with them myself. And listening to him, I just think he's a bit thick on it, basically.
I think what it is.
He's a raving cokehead, man, and look at him, man. He looks like an addict. I don't know how he can say that.
Hey, well,
like.
wait a minute. But the thing is,
he
no,
got
what
a problem, does he?
But what I'm saying is, let's start getting into slating them off now. I think what it is that you have to say as well, people have to take ownership as well.
Yeah.
And that's why I will not. That's why I will not say it as be. I think at times it's wrong to say alcoholism or something like this and illness, because you give a person an excuse then to carry on. But if you say, no, you control this, you get hold of it, you've got to do this. I know it's not easy. I know it's horrific, but I think too much time we put people in cotton wool and we don't give them the reality. No, you've got to stop this.
But a lot of people don't want to do it. Like, they don't want to do it. They just get wrecked one day and it's around them. It could be one of them days, man. You know, and that's it.
I mean, the worst thing I did was got hooked on smoking tobacco. Yeah. Just ordinary tobacco. And I remember the difficulty I had to give them that up. My God, it was horrendous giving it up. But, so I'd hate to think what it'd be like if you're really on serious, drugs, serious addictive drugs. But the thing is,
the wall, literally.
I think what he's saying is, what Sheriff was saying was that, don't go preaching to people when, I can get where he was coming from.
Listen. Why shouldn't you though? Because it gives people a light at the end of the tunnel. Though they might think, "Oh, he can do it, man."
Give up? You mean?
Yeah, like somebody else has got off it. If they hear somebody's story about getting off it, maybe it'll help someone else get off it.
I hate all that. Right. You see that you see this on YouTube, and go your story help me, and it's some asshole that's got the character of an absolute gutter rat, and people do you say that about Decca Heggie? Oh, Secca, you really helped me. And they do Paul Venice and all this. It's like, oh, get a bleeding check and get out and get a few lessons in how to know.
Yeah. Well, that Ian Stungun Paddy, he don't charge for his channel, does he? Neither do I. So
I've never watched him, so I've never seen him, so I don't know what he's like. But what I know is that, I think when people start looking to others, especially when they're I did it so you can do it, that's the worst thing you can say to anyone. Because if you can't do it, you feel like a total failure then.
Yeah.
Nah, but because the anxiety thing is the main thing when you give up, man. That's the main thing, the anxiety.
Yeah.
But if I say to you, right, if I can give up, so can you. What that's saying is that I'm literally the lowest level you can get. I'm right down there at the bottom. So if you can't do what I do, that means you're even lower than the bottom. So you have to be careful how you phrase things. And I think what it is, and I do this, and anyone that knows me knows this, I won't take self-sympathy or fishing for compliments. I won't take it. When someone starts I'll give them so much sympathy. Wait a minute, Craig. I'll give them so much sympathy. But then I'll turn round and they'll say, right, get it sorted.
Yeah.
I just won't listen to it all the time. I can understand people needing someone to talk to, but as I say, you can talk and talk and talk, and worst thing you can do is go to someone, I'll stand something you want to know what you say. Yes, great, brilliant, good. Now get on with it. That's what you do. And I'm so proud
of you. Have you watched any of Ian Stungun? Have you watched any of his channel then?
No. Oh, wait a minute, it's Cumbrian Truth. I forgot he was there. There we go.
Probably
sorry, people, I'm late. How we doing Monday? How we doing on? Yes, Craig.
I love that stuff. I'm that tea.
And I was on.
I'm all right. I'm just looking at your slope. Is there anything? Wait a minute, Craig. Shut your gums for a second.
I'm welcoming the guest, man. It's called pleasantry.
Please, pleasantry. Can you be quiet for a second, please?
No, darling, no. I can't.
You know what? He just
here by invitation.
Come on, Craig. Give on a minute, man.
I'll tell you now, I'll give him a
I've been
minute.
more
I'll
than
give
a
him a
minute.
Here we go. Right, what's the sloth doing on the T? Is there a message in there, a symbolism?
Yeah, I'm lazy.
That's so the CT is sloth is your symbolism.
Yeah, just me use
When he said
symbol
he
is
was
there.
last working, he was cutting trees down, and that's him on a tree. You know what I mean? Like, and that's cutting it down, but he ain't cutting it, is he? You know what I mean? Boom.
Yes, Craig, whatever that was you were going on about, yes, I agree. I don't know what he was going on about, Mandy.
I know. I popped it up a bit, like through the vernacular.
For
And how's
that,
Mandy? Are we doing well?
I'm good, thank you. We hope you're well.
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. Good. Never better. Just same old stuff on here, though, innit?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I'm
like
keeping
people.
always, if you want to come on, Bobby, just let me know.
Who's
Oh,
Bobby, I
Bobby's
won't
all
talk
right.
about the bean tin, I promise.
Oh, I felt terrible.
What do you think of the clown? I love him. You know, the clown world. I think he's boss.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
yeah, I love that channel.
I've seen it.
Oh,
Is there any fans of the It films, like the Pennywise films?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, did you know there's a series coming out on HBO, right? It's called Welcome to Derry, and it like films like goes backwards in time, showing Pennywise what he did before the Losers Club. Man.
Seen that.
I want to see that, man.
I'll have to have a look.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
going
it's
to the
the
cinemas
same
to
guy,
see the
Andy
new Minecraft
Muschietti, who did
movie.
the
So
film,
is that.
and it's the same It as well. Bill Skarsgård is playing It as well in it, so should be good.
I'll have to have a
So what's
look.
the topics? What
love
we've been
them
on
films.
about?
Hey, well, wait a minute. What was that, Ashley?
I'm saying what we've been on about tonight. What's the topics?
Well, it's anything. We've just been talking about children
Anyway,
with
what do you think of JDP's new setup, Anne?
Oh, wait, no. Don't let's get on to him. Look, I can't be bothered with him. He's so crass and crude and
He
so.
keeps mentioning you though, like
Look, right,
he said you
Oh,
kicked me to the curb, man.
he said what? He
You.
said what?
He said
Wait
it
a
looks
minute.
like Anne's kicked him to the curb. That's what he said at JDP. I thought, nah, man,
You.
she ain't, man, just me.
No, all
Yeah.
that I'll say about JDP is I remember, right, he was desperate to get in with you. He wanted to meet up with you and all that.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, 100%.
I mean, I'm not talking out of school, but, you know, I always got the sense, because he used to ask me to meet up with me, you know.
Yeah.
And he'd be, oh, yeah. He was asking to meet up with me. And then he was asking me to send me messages on WhatsApp saying, you know, so what you wearing in bed, you know, and you know, all giggly and stuff. And I knew where it was going. Because, you know, oh, him and that Chris fella, oh, they wanted to threesome with me, but I said no.
Will he say,
He was on about it the other day, Chris Murphy, dressing up in drag again. He was, man.
I know when he calls me.
he said to me, my house looks like it stinks of piss.
Who did
said
He said
JDP?
JDP, and I went, what, like your mum's?
that.
I just thought
They don't look like
side
them,
of him,
though,
you know what I
like
mean?
mum and dad, and he criticises non-workers.
And I would say, talk about something like that. I wasn't having it. So I thought to him.
I think what it was, you just have to let him get on with him. God love me, he's desperate to get views.
boring.
Do anything to get
That's
views.
it.
Oh, Bobby, just because you've got new equipment and stuff, don't get giving it the bigger. About mics and shit.
Oh, it felt terrible. Do you know what I did the other day? I'm
Joking.
terrible, mate. No, I'm terrible. Know what I did to Bobby? He did a lot. He didn't know one of his vlogs, his first vlogs.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to say, I'm sorry, Bobby. I do apologize, but he doesn't get on my nerves. It's a style I don't like. He does this, you know, Yorkshire talking.
Yeah.
Like, what that? And we don't, and D and stuff like that. And it's like, stop it. Stop. And I don't know why it gets on my nerves, but it does. I don't know why it gets on my nerves, but it just does. I'm sorry, Bobby. I'm sorry for being rude to you.
Bobby from Yorkshire.
Bobby with the bloody drone.
Oh, clown.
What was
Drone now.
I caught your
Drone now.
Facebook. I caught your Facebook the other day, Monday. What's that all about?
What?
You know, you put the message out over Facebook. I can't remember what you tell you.
Hey.
Who did?
Well, So when Daniel got stabbed, you know, in 2018, one of the officers who was in charge of the field when he was stabbed lay down on the floor and took selfies of himself. Then put happy laughing pictures on, and then was giving it loads. So the police
like to say that, man. Respect.
So the police, it was me that found out what he was giving information out about the trial, which he shouldn't have. But he was also taking pictures of naked women who've been battered and sexually abused.
Oh, no way.
They were worse than what happened with Daniel, if I'm being honest, but they used our time, you know, because of the murder trial and all that, to like make it look 10 times. But I knew who the busy was, you know. And yeah, I knew him. So to me, so we've been trying to get him into a courtroom. But it got adjourned for 2 years, and we should have been back in court last week, and they've adjourned it again. So I'm not having it. So loads of people sending me emails. I've sent to CIG. They come today, and it's been escalated to CPS, who are now on board, and they're now trying to get the court to make sure that he gets heard this year. Because they're just taking the thing out of me, really, aren't they? No
will it not go to that? Will it not go to the High Court, too?
No, he's already been sacked, and so he's already been found guilty by the police. So this is now the trial. But what he did to them other families was worse. But they're using Daniel to make it look worse, if you like. But,
but not one of them's going to get jailed or nothing, are they?
No.
That's scandalous.
I don't think he will anyway.
That's what I'm saying. The hierarchy and the authorities these days, man, are disgusting, man.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't record that in the house, man. Boom, 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 boom. I got no sound effects, man.
Hiya, Karma. But the thing is,
I love Karma Corner. I love Karma Corner.
The thing is, though, don't big him up. Don't big him up. Oh, he's such he just laps up the compliments.
Oh,
he
love
laps up the compliments. He really, really does.
Gotta love the Karma, man.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, you didn't see the one he did about me a couple of years ago, did you?
He said it to you. What did he do?
He lost his wig with me. He really did. I pulled him on something. I was slagging him off.
Yeah.
And he went mad. And he did this video and he was raging.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find her offensive. I was just laughing at it because I thought it was so funny the way he was.
Never went down well.
Oh, it's like, good God. Good God. But yeah, he went mad on me. Went totally mad on me. But yeah, that was
I just wish Karma Corner will come out with all the old stuff instead of all the brand new stuff, to be honest, because there's a lot of people on here at the minute and forget about all the old
nostalgia
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's all about the nostalgic feeling.
The old days. The old days.
Look where it's every generation goes back to the old stuff.
Wait a minute,
there's no new music that can be made. Music shit nowadays. Like
stop you.
People always go back to the past and look at the greats, man. Listen to them, man.
Oh no.
Music isn't all. Do you know? I keep on saying this. You do have some quality music still. You still do. People tend to look back and think it was better years ago. I have to say that I think the 80s, when I was clubbing it and all that, I think that was, you had some good ones, but the majority of the music was absolutely awful.
Yeah, I was into my...
Music died like in about like 2010 or 15, something like that.
Well, you are only babies.
But you're getting older now, Craig. That's it. As you get older, you get out of touch with the modern music.
Yeah.
No, I do listen. I try and listen to it, but like, it's just mumble rap and shit like that. I don't like mumble rap. I like that.
Well, what you grew up with, to me, and I bet to Bobby as well, that sounds like mumble rubbish. It all sounds the same to us because we're getting older.
Yeah, 100%. But you did have like R&B and rap when you was growing up, did you?
That's what I mean. So that when you hear, especially rap, it's like, oh, it's like, what's that? What is that? And you can't, because you're getting old, you're not
I,
used to
I
it.
think Anne was like a Biggie Smalls fan, to be fair.
I was about to say that. You could hear him sitting listening to Biggie Smalls and Tupac.
A Tupac, I know Tupac, I don't know who the other fella is. Now,
When he's gardening, when he's pottering about in the garden, man, he's got like the headphones in listening to NWA, man. Niggas with
oh, NWA, I would remember them. They got kicked out of Liverpool.
I know.
They got kicked out of Liverpool, yeah, because they were skitting, they were jeering the disabled kids, weren't they?
Yeah.
So
I thought you was going to say they were
chased
skit
out.
then.
Yeah, they were doing it. They were doing a gig here, and it came out. They started jeering some kid that was a wheelchair user, and they were literally chased out. And I mean chased. They had to.
We don't
run
like
out of Liverpool.
No, he's bad. I don't condone that.
Liverpool people.
Oh, there was a guy in a band. But you know what's his name, man? It was in the Dallas Buyers Club. Oh, what's his name? He's in a band, 30 Seconds to Mars. Jared Leto, man. He wouldn't start the concert, and everybody stood up. And there was a guy in a wheelchair, like he couldn't stand. And I swear to God, yeah, this lasted for longer. It was cringe, man. They found out, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. But no, I can't. Who did you like, Mandy, when you were a teenager? What groups?
I loved all the R&B ones. Who's the ones from like Cool in the Gang? I was born 1970. And there's all kinds. I just love Karen White and all that.
How about Rick James, bitch? And I call you a bitch. It's Rick James, bitch. If you watch Chappelle, man, it's brilliant.
Yeah. We say, that's what I mean. You got to remember I'm old as well too. Like towards R&B music, like going up through the ages. That was like what. But I was also brought up on Patsy Cline because my mother was obsessed by.
I've heard of it.
You know,
Don't tell me. Do you know what I'm telling you now? Do you remember, Mandy? I don't know if this still happens. You'd go into a pub and some 50-year-old woman, when you were younger, she'd always think that she was Patsy Cline.
Yeah.
And what would she start singing? Crazy. And it'd be like, oh Christ, not another one, not another one. That's all you heard. You'd think.
And listen to Vera Lindo, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Vera Lynn wasn't bad, you know, funny enough.
I know, man. A wartime
voice.
darling, all right.
Oh, I had a very eclectic taste. Is that the right word? I used to listen to. I had loved all kinds of music. I wasn't stuck in one genre, you know, that way.
Eclectic,
but when I look back,
all about the eclecticism.
But you know, when you look back and you think it wasn't really all that good. You know, when you look at things like Culture Club and Human League and all this, they weren't as good as you thought they were at the time. They were very poppy.
I like some of the Culture Club, though, the famous ones. I love them, man.
They were too
especially
poppy.
when you're wrecked at the pub or whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's singing it. Come.
Get the song.
Come a corner. He comes and goes. He comes and goes.
Oh, people are lovely, Carmen. I love Carmen Corney.
Winds me up.
He can be a little get when he wants to, you know. Oh, he can be a get when he wants to, Mandy.
Oh,
no, he's got to have a reason now, man. Like what he did to Ratful, man. He said what he said about his dogs, man. I knew it was coming. I've said this a long time. I've said it about 4 times, man. But I knew he was going to do that.
What?
Destroy Rackpool, man. Destroy Rackpool. Send him in like a mental maze.
Oh yeah. I know. No, because his dogs are his little babies, aren't they?
I know.
No, he said he was going to dig him up, bury him with him or something, be in hell with him or
let's
something.
Get on
like of course.
Let's get on.
Of course, think of the nomenclature.
Love that word, nomenclature. Debbie Downer Craig here. Debbie Downer Craig.
So anyway,
Craig.
Nomenclature.
Have you been to see Alice? Have you been to see Snow White yet? Because I know you were eager to go.
It's impossible because she ain't bloody white, is she?
Stop it. Have you, Cumbrian Truth, have you gone to see Snow White? Yes.
No, I want to go and see.
You even said they changed the bloody reason why it was called Snow White in the film, man. I mean, how bad is that?
Oh, no, they did. They changed it in the film to why which they should have just ignored it and got on with it. But it is not, and this is it, Mandy, I said in my review, it's not the big woke thing they're making it out to be. It isn't. It's got, I mean, she sings one song about being a leader. That's it.
Oh,
That's it. That's the woke bit of it. That's the woke bit. So, but she did that herself by opening her mouth too much.
Humans, he's got some good fucking stuff
Hey,
going
stop
on.
that.
Calls
Stop
me
that.
special, cheeky cunt. I don't mind
Hey,
now, man.
stop doing this language. You know that now. Stop it. Right,
I said
who's
cheeky
calling you?
cunt.
Who said?
They say
Who's being cheeky to you?
no. He calls me special in his videos. Human Zoo, man.
Oh,
But I don't mind. I love him. I love him. I love being in him.
special. That's an old term, isn't it? Oh, you
Yeah, like
special.
it's like I got.
What's going on with that? What's going on with that Welsh Ben?
Wait a minute, you have to wait for Craig to stop. Go on, what were you saying, Ashley?
I'm saying, what happened to Welsh Ben that used to be on here? He's had a bit of a turn this
I
week.
spoke to him last night.
No, he's still around.
I told him I was coming on your thing live, man, and he said he might pop.
Yeah, he was. He was in the comments last. No, I was talking to you, Mandy. I noticed him in the comments.
There's some bad accusations going around about him.
Not now. He was last time I spoke to you. He was on there.
Yeah.
So, right, here we are. Where's Ben? I don't think he did. Don't think he did.
Apparently so.
What do you think about the Brett Knight and the Danny Christie thing, man? When he was looking for him, that's happened while you've been.
I haven't even get my opinion on that. I haven't. Not on any panels. Not on anywhere. I know every lad Danny went down with.
Just let them. Do you know what? I haven't seen any.
I know. Put me in there. Is that all you want, man? Make it worse. Well, as long as you don't call me a fucking bacon.
Hey, stop you. Do you know what? You don't swear when there's a lady here.
She means you, don't you?
I know. I was going to wait to see for him to say, sorry, Mandy, and then say, I'm not talking about that outhouse. I'm talking about me. But anyway, there we go. That joke didn't work. Did it? Yeah.
Don't misbehave. They had one of them at my primary, man. Singing.
Yeah, oh, Mandy was going to say, do you go to the cinema yourself or do you just watch them on?
Yeah, do something.
Yeah, you know, because me and my friend go quite often. We're going to see, say, a Minecraft movie. And I definitely going to see Lilo and Stitch. Going to see that as well.
Do
you know anything about Minecraft, Dan?
Do you know what?
Anything about Minecraft, no?
No, but we just saw the advert and I thought, oh, go and see. And my mate's absolutely obsessed with 3D, and it's all in IMAX 3D. So it's
based on a computer game. It's a computer
game
where they can build anything.
Yeah,
I'm going live.
And when it gets dark, right, in the game,
hey, don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it for me. Don't.
No, I'm giving. Oh, all right. I won't say anything then.
Don't say it. Because yeah, it does look good. So go and see that. But hey, Mandy, aren't we waiting for?
Man, no worries.
Aren't we eager for Wicked 2?
Yes, we are.
Wicked. Well, that was the best film of the year. That definitely. So if you see Wicked, Craig,
is it worth watching? Because I'll watch it.
Definitely, 100%.
It is.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Actually, yeah,
is there a good deal of film in it, like not just all music, like?
The music's good, but the film. Let's put it this way: it's a long film, but yeah, it speeds past like that. It goes very, very quickly. Yeah. It's just that it's actually when you watch it, it's spooky. I'm telling you, it's spooky because when you look at what's happening with Keir Starmer, and you get him put in prison for having your viewpoints or speaking out against the narrative. Well, actually, this goes into Wicked goes into that.
Yeah.
People not being allowed to say what they want to say
Or
and being
people are like,
silent.
who you want.
Yeah.
I watched
Speech is a killer.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory one with my son there, the new one. Like that was more like a musical as well. Have you seen that one, Anne?
I haven't seen the modern one. Of course, seen the old one, which I liked. I didn't like. Do you know what is was that the Tim Burton one or another one?
Nah. Like the latest one, it was like more like a musical. It
Oh,
was.
good God. How many are they going to make?
I know.
I
I did
just don't know.
music.
They've never met the quick glass elevator, have they? Because that's I read that book in like primary school as well.
But Tim Burton, what I don't like about him is that he can do some. I mean, he does some great films. The best I thought he ever did was one of my favourites, Edward Scissorhands. I love that.
Great
I
film.
love
film.
Love that
Great
film.
film.
And
But
Batman as well,
then-
man. Batman too.
Then he does absolutely travesties. I mean, that Alice in Wonderland was awful.
And
It
Batman
wasn't
one.
even Alice in Wonderland. You couldn't call it Alice. And
No,
they
I
talk
don't
about
like that either, man. That's shit.
Get thing. This is what gets me though. Do you know the way Snow White is being hammered for the girl power, women in power, be a lead and all that? Well, if you ask
Yeah.
me, when you look at Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, the end of that is more women in power, the way she goes on with the sword and all that. You don't have any of that in
Yeah, that
Snow
one,
White.
yeah. Timothy
So he was-
Charlemagne.
Oh, someone's having trouble. Someone's having trouble.
That was me. I was just looking at
Hugh Grant, man. Hugh Grant plays like the fuck. I'll start myself the Oompa Loompa, man.
We say the
Hugh Grant plays the Oompa Loompa in that new. He ain't new anymore, but like
that got hammered, didn't it? Because of that.
yeah.
I know the one you're talking about now. I know the one because they
Of course,
said
it did by half the northeast.
it should have been a real little person, shouldn't it? That did it.
Hugh Grant in The Gentleman, man. Sorry to say, man, but that's my mannerisms, man.
Are you on about Craig there, the Oompa Loompa?
Well, we've got, but they live in.
I could be one of them. I'll shrink.
Hey, well, man, do you say what you're going to say? Come on.
I said we've got Oompa Loompas, but they live in Birkenhead, don't they, Anne? Over that way.
Birkenhead.
That over on the dark side.
You remember that Scottish guy who that thing in Scotland, man, and ripped everybody up? Like the chocolate. Willy Wonka's land, and they got in, it was like in an old factory, like, or something.
Yeah. I'm telling you now. Funny when you get someone going on. But yeah, I forgot that they'd done it. But how many? No, isn't it a bit stupid? Tim Burton's not long done. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and then they come out with a new one. It seems pointless, doesn't it? How many times are you going to redo the same film? And some are dangerous to redo because you're never going to better them. I'd say that there's some films you just leave
and them attacking Roald Dahl the same way as they attack Dr. Seuss as well, like with racism claims, like in some of his stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they've done it to him and all.
Well, you just have to ignore that. But the lesson to learn, and I said this ages ago, on a few lives when people going on, oh no, the way it's going is getting stupid. I said, look, when they can't get bums on seats, that's when it will change. And that's what happens, Craig. You can have these narratives, you can have these ideals, but at the end of the day, they have to have oh, here we go. Baby's wanting to get on, but I don't know whether it's Baby.
There's enough drones, man, to fill up the seats, man. There are enough free thinkers.
Wait a minute, Craig. Baby, just so I can check that's you, because I know you won't want to show your face, will it? Here we are. Kelsey, just click on where Baby's gone. It's me.
I don't think it's porn, man.
Wait a minute.
Nah, it's Baby that.
Be quiet, children. Right, Kelsey, just click on that and make sure it's Baby. Here we are. Wait, bleeding off now for this one in between slug and a gin. To get back to me. Yeah, it's him. It's him. Come on, Kelsey, hurry up. Oh, do you know what? Now I'm putting her out to grass. I'm putting her out to grass. She's slow. She is. Oh, it's terrible. You don't know what I have to put up with. Oh, someone. Oh, now it's gone.
Is he gone?
Oh, I'm waiting for Kelsey to confirm it's him because you know what happened that time, don't you? When they let someone on. Come on. I'm checking. Never mind, checking. Fancy typing in. I'm checking instead of saying yes, it is him or no.
It's easier to claim it than it is to get on this channel.
Oh, okay, well, baby. Kelsey said it's you. Are you, baby?
Hey, baby.
Hello,
I thought that
Stocko.
was him talking then. I thought, Jesus, his voice has gone up, hasn't he? Can't hear you, baby.
No, the 6 allowed on here. Where's Cumbrian?
You're moving, but there's no sound.
I've got it. I had it set to
there you are.
a different sound thingy. Sorry. How's it
Yeah.
going? Is everyone all right?
all right. And you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't think I've come and speak to you beforehand.
You definitely haven't. You haven't. No.
Yeah, how's it going?
All right. I mean, I say I have to put up with this bleeding thing here. This Craig, I have to watch him. You know, he comes out with things, and I'm on the mute button all the time, aren't I, Craig?
He's one of the better ones on here. He is. I do like Craig. He's one of the better ones on here.
Yeah, I have, man. Often. Anyway, how are you getting on?
Yeah, I'm good. I was
Cheers.
I'm just editing stuff while I was watching you, and then earlier on you said I'll jump on or something. And Bibby's never jumped
Yeah.
on. And I thought, oh yeah, I will do that actually.
Definitely.
There's
What was
another
that,
one like
Mandy?
me, don't discriminate, man. You know what I mean? I get grief for coming on here, I do, don't I? And off
You
certain
do.
people.
You do.
But I don't
it's the
care.
people. Well, this is it. You know, when people turn around and say to things like, you know, oh, you're getting grief because of who you talk to. Yeah, I've never been accused of putting me teenage daughters out if I had them, you know, on the game so they could get me fix or me alcohol or whatever you want to call it, you know. Just leave it at that.
People just like to run with agendas of anyone they don't like. If they don't like you, they'll make up 1,000 stories about you. I've seen it time and time again.
Oh yeah, it's just jealousy, baby, because you know, because I brushed them aside because they were not of my caliber, you know, they didn't come up to my standards, so I brushed them aside, and that's what they're annoyed
What
about.
content you've been watching recently, Bibby? So you watch his mad content, don't you, man?
What have I been watching?
Now on your like, you know, when you do streams, like, and you put some mad people on, like, I heard of them. Some of them.
Oh yeah, we've got a few new people on, and that. The streams have been pretty chilled recently. They've been nothing really noteworthy that I can think of.
Yeah, I think
so you're getting on with
Kung Fu. Sorry, to try and find David.
Oh, the Kung Fu Diddler is
Schoolboy 9. Did you read into it, Andy? Smart Schoolboy 9.
We didn't hear a word to that, Craig, because you were talking over us.
Smart Schoolboy 9, man.
What's that got to do with
it's
it?
Like he's a horror cow.
Oh, you told me to see him. It's a weird.
There's low cows and horror cows, man. And this guy's a horror cow, and he's creepy, man.
He looks like a schoolboy, but he's fat, isn't he? And weird looking.
No, but he's like paints his face or something white, man. He has his fake lips and teeth, and he's bigger than that, man. Wait, he lived in Doncaster for years, so you know what I mean.
Sorry.
He sounds like a bit of a freak, to be honest, mate. That don't sound normal.
Yeah, he's been covered by some of the big YouTubers. Like an American guy or Canadian guy did him first, man. And the police looking into it, apparently.
Can I just say, Anna, I want to go to Mackie's for me tea. I'm starving. I've just come home, haven't I? So,
okay.
No worries, man.
Nice one, Andy.
Do you know what? Thanks. Lovely to speak to both of you, okay? And baby, I still want to see what you look like, you know. Go on,
okay, Mandy.
See you later, Mandy.
Take care, darling. Bye.
I'm a bite for me, man.
Yeah, so there's another one gone now. Another one gone. But
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, I looked at that fella. He is weird. The one with the, as you say, he's strange, isn't he? Why are the police looking into him?
Have you seen it though? He's responded on Facebook to people. If you watch the latest, like dive into him, because people put like little documentaries up about him, man. His name's either David London, David Stansfield, or David Alter.
And he's causing a stir out there.
He's got like a obsession with knee-heel boots to the ankle, like special boots, and kids wearing them. Man. You know what I mean?
Oh, I get you.
So he's a
Okay.
pervy bloke then.
But
One of
this
them
is what I
okay.
mean, right? He's like right on the thing of breaking the law, man. He talks to himself in different accounts and everything.
Oh yeah, what do you think of this thing that's going around? Decades of Patriots.
A patriot.
Yeah.
What we just because
Have you
like
seen
he
it?
goes.
Oh, like you mean on the different newses and like they're going around and the people
He's
yeah.
been,
Yeah, I have seen one of
he's
them.
been
I did
jailed
see one.
for his freed for telling the truth and all.
Yes, I did see
No,
that, and
he got
I was
jailed
thinking,
for trying to
if you're
jump on a bandwagon, man.
yeah, but I was thinking if you're a journalist, you should at least look into someone. It's not hard to find anything on Dekahegi, but I
They
think
don't,
it's just they just want him to fit their agenda at the moment. I think.
This is it. It's just like, oh, let's see. But yeah, well, he's got what he wanted, hasn't he? He'll come out and milk that for everything it's worth when he gets out.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
he'll
he
get
definitely will.
destroyed, man.
You'll see him on that. What were they talking about? That GB News. He'll be on
Yeah.
that GB News. He'll have a whole new fan of following that
But
will.
Nobody will know, will it? Because everything will just come out like it'll just wreck
Yeah,
it
but
again.
it'll have a
You know
yeah,
what I
but it'll be
mean?
it'll be the same as it always is. He builds up a bit of a following away from it. He brings them in.
People
They will
will
find
be
out what he
contacting
is, and then they will turn
GB
again.
News, man. Everywhere he goes,
But-
the news organisations will be giving like they'll get emails and shit like saying stay away from Jack Reggie, man. This is what it is. Shit like that, man.
You're breaking up
You know what
again,
I mean?
Craig. You're doing that.
I'm pointing too close to my face. Sorry. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. That's better. But I remember him. I think I don't know whether. Yes,
I'm just gonna put the phone down.
he told me he was trying to get me to go on his lives. He was desperate to get me to go on his lives, and I just wasn't interested in doing it. But he put out this video to try to tempt me on. Poor Anne. Why is everyone picking on Anne? And call me an old lady, cheeky guess. And an old lady. And I thought, that's good, really get you on side, isn't it? Call me an old lady. Anyway, it was going on like that, and I thought, no, I'm not buying this. I'm not buying it. Anyway, a while later, because I said, oh God, he went mad. He was offering photos of himself signed with gold ink, right? And I said, he's taking a pee here. He's got to be joking. There's no way he's doing that. Well, he went mad. But like Carl McCorner, when he kicked off on me, I found it funny. I couldn't find it offensive because of the things he was saying. And he was going, who thinks it's a woman when you've got big things waggling between your legs? That's not a woman and all this idiot. And I was so don't he wanted me to get so upset. But know when some people lose it, they're funny, they are. You can't take them seriously no matter what they say to you. But yeah, so I went from being this poor little old lady that was getting bullied by people to suddenly being this mentally ill lunatic. Thought I was a woman. Oh God.
You could have called you Biddy though. That would have been worse, man.
It's mad how fast people's opinions change as well.
Ooh, I'm a
yeah.
lady.
Yeah, especially on here, how quick things change around with people. It's absolutely scary. That's why I say never come on the on YouTube or social media looking for friends or support, because you're taking a risk. You're definitely taking a risk by doing that. It just
definitely not. If people know certain things about you, because people have got a weird obsession with doxing on here. I've noticed, like if people have just, if they don't like you, they'll try to expose your family. You're thinking
they wouldn't tell anybody. I think there's a few out there. You know what I mean? Might be few and far between, but I think
there is good people out there, but it's in a sea of like absolutely mental people.
Oh God, yeah. That's it. You have to be very, very careful online. Very careful. So, what's the new thing you're going on? Because I'm getting eager to know now, baby. What's the new lol cow, if you want to call that you're going on to now?
I think Craig was right with Andy Smith. I haven't really got a lolcow at the moment. That Kung Fu geezer, he's disappeared because he tried to up his attack on me, and so I pushed back a bit, and he's gone off the internet. So
well, I thought this is it, baby. I was
Where
saying
he belongs, man. He's
I
after
was
the
saying,
young girls, man.
Craig, let me get my sentence out, please.
No, I'm just saying about that.
I know you're just saying, but you can wait in line, can't you?
I've finished
anyway,
now. So you've got all that for yourself now, yeah?
That's the same, baby, right? That's what I was saying. No, when he first started going on, and he was raging at you, going because you were mocking him. I thought, but wait a minute, isn't he doing this kung fu stuff to get a laugh and to be jeered and have people notice him and laugh at him? And people tell me, no, he's being serious. I thought,
no, he's deadly serious. Yeah.
Oh God, I thought he can't see that looks comical what he's doing.
Yeah. Like, to be honest, when we all first found him, we thought, oh, he's just like he's either like really playing up act or he's just a harmless, simple guy. But it found that when we found out he was a predator, we changed our.
I know
exactly.
He was saying.
I wouldn't want him attacking me with a pack of biscuits. Fucking hell.
Or a packet of biscuits is not going to do much, to be honest, though, mate. Is it really?
Yeah, you get them crumbs that you get. I'd eat them all down the back of me. Nah, fuck that.
I don't know. I've never been hit with a packet of biscuits.
Well, he's like, he'll hit you with anything, any household appliance, man.
I remember hitting someone with I did hit someone. Man. I got annoyed years ago with someone and hit them with a wet sponge. And then when I realised what I'd done, I couldn't stop laughing. I got enraged. And all that I had in my hand was a wet sponge. I went, don't you? And then I realised, wait a minute, I'm trying to attack someone with a wet sponge. I thought, bleeding out. The damage I'll do with that. Good God. But it was fun.
Yeah, imagine that kung fu with like a young girl, man, on their own, man. Because he's quite like a biggish guy compared to a young girl, so...
he might look it on camera, but he's not a big man at all. He's like a very small, fragile man. To any man, he's not a danger, but he's definitely a danger to women and children. That's the main thing. If he was like, I don't know, if he just wanted to fight people like everyone else on here that was just doing all this thing, but he's got a very predatory mindset.
The guy thought he was selling out 200 strong pub, man. Like, people just come.
You're going again, Craig. Craig can't understand you again. You got the.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But
he was like waiting for 250 people or 200 people to come and meet him at a meet and greet, man.
Oh, I know.
And no one turned up.
There's something you can tell. There's something there that's not seeing the world as it actually is it? That's why he thinks he was the star, didn't he?
There's he's definitely not all there, and I agree with people with that. But he does know right from wrong. That's what. That's the argument I don't like when people think because he's a bit dim, he doesn't know right from wrong. He knows exactly what.
People do know right from wrong. You see that it's like you've seen that on here. There was what was it? A trans woman, and she was caught by predators. Forget her name. Really weird thing, and she definitely had. You can tell she had autism or something. But the way she used to try and work it and get on the side of the predators when they got her, you thought she's clued up. She is well clued up. She knows what she's doing. And this thing, people think because, as you say, baby, because someone's got a condition that somehow they don't know what they're doing, but they do.
Yeah, they seriously do. It's like, if people are acting like the law wouldn't act on these sort of people because they're a bit dim. If so, every disabled person would never go to jail.
Wait a minute, baby. Craig, just let one person finish, then you talk, because you do this. You talk right over people when they're talking. And you can't hear what I just didn't hear a word what Bibby said then. Or you said all that I heard was a noise coming at me. So Bibby, you say it then. You have to do it like this because he doesn't get the thing that someone's talking. There's something bleeding wrong with you, I tell you, Craig.
What I was saying is the law you would still the courts would still convict someone if they're dim. Like this, it doesn't work the way because otherwise there'll be no disabled people in prison. Like the law doesn't work that way. Just because you're dim doesn't mean you're above the law, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's it. So what were you going to say, Craig?
I said, look at me, little face, little circle face, and look at you two big on screen, man.
So that's what you want to say.
Pong. On the pong ball, man, and like you're playing pong with me, man.
Ping pong. Well, put your face on.
Nah, man. I'm smoking and drinking, man. You don't know that.
Oh, you're drinking and smoking. Oh, I thought so. But anyway, I'll have to come on your live sometime, baby.
Yeah, you might have to deal with a bit of swearing and mentalness.
No, I'm sorry. When you have a special guest like me, you can't. You just have to say.
I've been trying really hard not to swear. Like you don't understand. I've been trying to behave.
I do hear
put it on you before you enter.
Sorry, what did you say, mate?
I said they should get some holy water and like tip it on her before she enters the live, man, to protect her from the swear words.
Oh, the swear words. See, that's it. Parents got me like that. Your parents got God. You couldn't say anything. That was considered crude around my parents. So you were in for the telling off. It was terrible. It was because I find you. I do watch your show. Find it very, very interesting. Very interesting. The way you, amusing as well. Very amusing. You've got a good sense of humor. I'll say that. Very talented. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start winding up now. We've been in for 1.5 now, but you'll have to come on again, baby. You will come on again, won't you?
Yeah.
The monkey.
Yeah, I will. The next time I see you live, I will jump on and say hello.
Who's the man?
Craig, do you know what? We didn't hear it again. Strange enough, we didn't hear a word of what you were saying.
I was moving. I was like actually doing the winding in like real life, man. Winding it
what?
Down. Winding it down.
I don't know. Do you know what he's talking about, baby?
He said he was winding
it down.
There's your perfect new subject. Craig. You could make make lots out. So, are you friends with? Before we go, are you friends with Sheriff or not?
Not at the minute, man. Like that. He ain't a friend. Whoever is he like? He'll just turn his back on you, man. Like that.
So So you've got cold feet.
Have you all caught up with it, like? Have you caught up with all the drama?
No, I caught up with bits, but others won't. Like I can't be able to watch KGB.
Something we ain't spoke about tonight. Like I forget. Like he was off YouTube, right? Sheriff, and I'll put the olive branch out there, and I said, just leave him alone, man. I'm gonna forget about it because it was his mental health, man. I felt sorry for the guy. And I what Mark Kidd talked about as well in that, because people was going on at him for what he said. He had the social services found on him for what he said.
Oh,
and I felt bad, and like I give him like a pathway back into the YouTube thing, man. And then he's putting all fucking addicts down. Sorry for the swear, putting addicts down and stuff like that, man.
But did you say something? Did you do a video saying something though that got him to do that?
Nah. He tagged me in a video like going on after Ian Stun Gun Paddy, saying like nobody wants to hear about his story, but he's got a valuable story that can like give people a glimmer of hope. You know what I mean? Or it can go the other way, like you said earlier, Anne. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it can help.
I mean, that's it. If people want to watch it, that's it. That's up to them. But I know what you're saying. I know why you're getting upset about it, because it's, as I've said before, I don't know anyone that thinks, oh, guess what? I'm going to go out today and ensure that I become an alcoholic or a drug user. People don't think it will happen. and then it happens. And once it happens, the cruel thing about it is it's trying to get out of it, which is
And it don't help the fact he's like snorting like on camera. Is it like he's like on sniff, like when he's saying these things, like one drug's like more damaging than the other. You know what I mean?
Now, do you know? Now, don't say he's sniffing. That's libelous. That.
No, it's true, man. He admits
You
it.
don't know he is. Has he admitted it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%, man.
I don't know about now, but I've definitely seen him sniffing cocaine.
He called himself a cokehead. The last couple of videos.
Are you sure? I thought that he was eating what are those things called? Oh, what are those sugary things called? What are they called? Oh God, I can't remember. Kelsey, you're a female creature thing. What are those sugary white things called that you bake? Crispy things. What are they called? I can't. Not macaroons, but I can't remember them. Oh, not marshmallow.
No, not meringues.
Yeah, meringues. Meringues. That's what's
good. Yeah,
he was eating meringues and it got stuck on his nose. That's all that is. Meringues. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Or he had a powdered donut, fucking, because he looks like one of the Simpsons, though. Eh? You know what I mean? Paint the cunt yellow.
Hey, stop that filthy
language. In winding up, though, I was doing so. I thought I'd get one in, man.
Yeah, get one in because you know that's late in the day. So anyway, I'm going to wind up now, and thank you, I say, Bibby, for calling in, and you, Craig, and thank you to Ashley wherever you've run off to, and Mandy. So everyone,
good to see you back.
And I'll be doing another live in a couple of days. I'll make sure to keep on doing my lives, get back into the swing of things. I say keep away from the drama. Now
a break is good for us all.
Oh, and well, I was busy, that's it. And it's just now I've got to the point where it's not as frantic. Doing work for other people as well, bleed now.
I took a break because it was getting a bit dark. You know what I mean? With all the bacon starting.
It was getting, and also what it is I was in it right from the beginning when the dark side started, right from the beginning. And now it's getting just boring because what it is now is nothing like what it used to be. God, it was massive in the beginning. But now it's just people trying to reinvent the dark side and it's not working.
It's the remnants. It's what's left, man, just doing their own thing.
It's predictable. And as JDP's finding out, which we said at the time, do you remember you say? It's all right saying, oh, I'm going to get out the dark side. You might find that you're not able to.
A lot of people will be trapped because they haven't got the skills to transition to another, like a lane of YouTube.
You're trapped in it. Bobby's even said that as well. Bobby was part of the dark side as well, like I was at the beginning.
Yeah, but if you're passionate in another subject, I think it's possible. Man.
Yeah, you can do, but it's a struggle to get because people keep on associating you with that side.
Yeah, but it's sort of like if you built up a fans of people that like motorbikes, and then you started making content about riding the bus, no one would want to watch it. It's basically what is happening.
Exactly, they can't take the change, and you're exactly right. That's true. So anyway, I haven't got anything to leave people with. I haven't got anything to leave.
Good night, everyone. The weekend's tomorrow. Get the meringue ready.
Take care, people. Respect, man. Good night, people.
Okay. So
see you later, everyone.
Good night, baby. Good night, Craig, and good night to
all
my
Anne and Craig.
Foes. Take care now, baby. So good night, my gorgeous lovelies. Good night.